quite right. But after 40 years in a laboratory, you feel quite capable of coming here and telling me my business.
If the scientist has spent 40 years learning to think properly and logically...
I know. Only scientists know how to think, and it's high time they took over the running of the world.
They could hardly make a bigger mess of it.
Maybe, although I don't share your confidence. Now, let me tell you something. These things that you've been saying, I thought and talked about on street corners by the time I was 20. Since then, while you've been studying biology, I've been studying people. Shall I tell you what I've learned? That people want more money for less work. They want justice without curtailing their liberty. They want to spend more and reduce taxation. They want to be strong if there's a war, but not to prepare for it, mention it, or even think about it beforehand. You talk to me about logical thinking, Professor.
I don't see what this has to do with my work.
Simply this. You want to take a chance that this stuff of yours will not be used against us in order to give it to the world. Fine, so we do that. And feel big, bold, and generous. Then there's a war, and it does come back at us, and it kills us. Well, that's all right, the gamble didn't come off. But it also kills Mrs. Jones of Tooting and her cousin Harold. And they didn't feel big, bold, and generous. They just got killed. They elected me to see that they didn't get killed. Every man's got a right to his own view of how to run the world. But nobody's got a right to think himself so superior that he can do it with one hand. Without knowledge, without experience, without any damn thing, except plenty of confidence.
I have no such illusions. But if you expect me to abandon my own judgment in
We're not talking about your judgment. We're talking about your actions.
You tell me to take 10 years of thought and 20 years of work and toss them down the drain, and I'm not to be allowed to disagree?
Of course you can. It's a free country. Anybody can disagree. But if you want to do anything... Now, look, Professor. The system's all wrong, the world's all wrong, the politicians are all wrong, but here they are. And we've got to do the best we can with them now. Bring your logical mind to bear on that one. Come in.
Oh, excuse me. The PM sent word across, Minister. You're wanted in the House. Larkin's on his feet again.
Well, there you are, you see. I wish you'd invent a bug that'd silence Larkin. I'm afraid I'm asleep, yeah. Think it over. Come and see me again if you want to.
Aren't you taking rather a risk leaving me at large?
Risk? All that? Oh, no. You couldn't publish. That's to say, you couldn't get it printed. We shall see to that.
I see. Very well.
Well, how does he behave? He's not convinced. As long as he's not convinced, he's a risk. He doesn't know it, but he's bogus. Bogus? And he must sit down, sincerely. All that guff about humanity. You wouldn't know humanity if you met it in the street. Shall we put the dogs on it? Yes, on him and the laboratory.